Hey everyone, Calum here. Recently I made a poll and the community wanted me to rank every Mario Galaxy song, which is going to be a lot harder than I initially thought because I was like, oh, this should be easy. But then I remembered that I actually love a lot of the Mario Galaxy music, so, hooray. But after some hours of listening, I finally put together this list. I'm sure my opinion on these will change, and your opinion will probably be vastly different than mine. Just remember, it's my personal opinion, okay? Besides, I don't think any of the music in this game is bad at all, so the low tiers are still pretty good. With that being said, if a song had like a water variation or a sped up variation, I did not add it to the tier lists. Also, I forgot to add the Wii Channel intro song, but I don't think anyone would be upset about that. I'll also only be doing like a short summary for each song, because there is 75 of these things, so I don't want to be here all day. So let's just start with number 75. The ball rolling songs in these games are like stress like incarnate, and this one sounds like an off-key version of the regular one, and it just makes me anxious and not in a good way. So it is the bottom of our list. Pretty much the same thing said about the last one, but this time it sounds like the regular one we are used to. It's not a bad song, it's just the anxiety paired with the song, with the stupid motion controls, makes me not actively try and listen to the song usually. Just like the bunnies in this game, this song has like an annoying feel to it. I like the funkiness of the beginning, and I like how the melody develops throughout, but it's still kind of low on my list. Just, again, maybe I'm letting my bias for the things it's associated with shine through, but it's not terrible, but it's nowhere near my favorite. Classic, but nothing special. Wouldn't be a Mario game without the classic game over, though. Very cute and memorable, but on repeat, this song can get kind of annoying. Otherwise, it's fine, and would not be the last time this song shows up in the Mario franchise. Honestly, I forgot this song existed. It's alright. I'm pretty indifferent to it, but the more I listen to it, the more I kind of grow on it. But, yeah, not anything special. It's pretty low-key for a boss fight. I do like its unique choice of main instrument, though. Unfortunately, it loses a lot of points for being the song that replaces Gusty Garden Galaxy, so that's kind of unfortunate. That and Help also gets that distinction, too. Otherwise, it's not bad. I like this song and this boss, but I'll be the first to admit it's kind of repetitive and not terribly memorable. Like, when you're actually in the fight, I think it does a good job, but alone just listening to it, it's not as good as, like, a lot of the other fights in this game. not really a fan of how MIDI the strings sound at the beginning, and they don't even sound the best either. But the second part is what saves the song from not being very good, in my opinion. This is a very interesting track. It doesn't have much going on, but I feel like it encapsulates the theme of space well. I love, like, the ambience in this song. Otherwise, yeah, doesn't have much going on for it. Has a pretty good start, pretty funky song if I say so. The piano's pretty great, and the horns is definitely the better part of this song later on. It's pretty good, not bad. This may be personal bias, but after the whole Hammer Bro incident from my earlier video, this song and I have a love-hate relationship. Otherwise, I think it's wacky, nothing too special. I think this is a pretty good introductory song. I keep forgetting it's on the soundtrack though, so there's that. But I love how it's used again for the end of the game, kind of like a full circle thing. Pretty good. I could probably fall asleep to this one. It's pretty simple and pretty relaxing and very memorable because it's in a lot of places, so, you know. Not my personal favorite though, but it is very relaxing. This one gets points for just a funny name. This is just the classic, like, wacky scenario song that every game needs. I think it's neat. This is pretty much just a remix of Honey Hive Galaxy. I think it should have been a little more intense for a boss battle. I think I prefer the normal theme over this one just a bit. Speaking of which, we got the original, which is absolutely a classic. I always love its funky, laid-back beat, but in terms of favorites, it's pretty low on my favorite Galaxy list. Naturally a bit repetitive, but I love what they did with the underground theme here. It sounds so otherworldly and dangerous in Mario Galaxy. I just really like it. This song pretty much is the same category as the last one, but I think I just like its atmosphere a little more. It's just a little more creepier, and I think I just really like ghost songs, and this reminds me of a ghost song, so bias. They're pretty close, though. And here we have the other anxiety song, though this one I think is way catchier, and it's not as stressful, probably because I liked this Galaxy a little more, and I just love the various instruments used. It's very fun. Pretty much a slower version of the last song, but I like it a little more because it's vaguely ghost themed, so there's that. This is a very pretty and very nostalgic song for many reasons, mostly because it's technically the first level, and I really like the melody of this one. I think the second half, when it adds like the different instrument or whatever it's called, it's a little shrill for my tastes, but I mean, this song is a classic, so not much more to be said. This is a pretty standard, oh, good job, you did it, you saved the day kind of song. But it's very much saved by the ending melody kicking in, because I just really like that melody. It's a good one that reappears everywhere. Pretty good song. Would have been really cool if they orchestrated this, because this would have sounded really great. But otherwise, yeah, it's fine. I didn't get very attached to it because this song plays so little in the game because they did not use this power-up in the slightest. The combination of the overworld and the underground theme go together really well, which is not something I really expected, but it's also a pretty tense and, like, memorable song, too. I think this song is pretty relaxing, but I don't think there's much going on. I think it is mostly carried by, like, the emotional impact of the room it's found in. I think this might be one of the funniest remixes of the original Overworld theme. It may be a bit higher than it should be, but it is the main Mario song. I like the energy that this song gives me. Like, every time I pick up a flower, I'm just like, okay, let's go, gotta hurry. I love how there's two different songs depending on what element of flower you have, and it's just really neat. Is neat like a good descriptor? I don't know. Hi. Kind of felt like a normal desert theme, you know, like standard run-of-the-mill Mario desert level. But the more I listened to it, the more it kind of grew on me. Like, I kind of like the groove of this. It's not bad for a desert theme. They usually blend in all together, usually, but this one, I think it's pretty good. But then again, it's a Galaxy song, so most of them are pretty good. I don't think there's too much special about this, except that it's really good at being exhilarating and giving you like a heart attack the first time it ever happens to you. But yeah, I don't come back to this song that often, but it's very good for how it is used. Very basic, but those drums and horns work so hard to make this scene, like, very intense. I like it quite a bit, but I like another one very similar to this better. This track serves a similar purpose to the last one I just talked about, but I think this one has a little more going on to it, and you hear it more often in the game, so I got more accustomed to it. I just really like it. This is just a fun and goofy, like, beach theme, and it gets stuck in my head all the time. It's not my favorite, but I would absolutely go swimming with this in the background, you know? I wasn't sure about this at first, because it starts off pretty childish, which is on theme, but then, like, slowly it gets more and more, like, epic and intense, and, like, this coupled, like, a really memorable level really brought this up higher than I thought it would compared to the rest of the soundtrack. This does its job making you feel excited to go into the next level, but gotta admit, hearing it without, like, the sound effects of the game just kind of makes it feel empty when I'm listening to it. Like, I don't know, still good though. This one gets me right into childhood. It's so nostalgic and relaxing. This is another one that I could just listen to as I sleep. Very good. This song is so pretty, and like every time I hear it in game, I just stop and linger and listen to it before I get the star. It makes me feel like such relief that you did it, you're safe. Here's your reward. It's so good. This song always gets me so excited because it's the start of the game and it makes you like super joyful. It gives such a joyful tone, and it's very nostalgic, and it always makes me excited to start a brand new adventure. I mean, it's simple and catchy. I can't get it out of my head. Nothing else to say. This is the best Stargate theme in the game. It's just, it feels so grand and triumphant. That joyful feeling I felt in Star Festival is just multiplied by 2 here. It's just a happy ending for everyone involved, and it just makes me, it gives me a little happiness, you know? A very nice ending. This song is almost indescribable. Like, it gives me just a little bit of sense of emptiness and unease. There's something about this song that just gets me thinking. And then the bird sounds in the background just have me captivated the whole time. It's such a strange song, and I love it. I underestimated how good this song was. I thought it would be way lower, but it's such like a good song. I'm always dancing to it when I listen to it. Very good for like first boss of the game too. This is a hard song to describe. It feels so otherworldly and almost sad, yet happy. There's just, I don't know how to explain this one, but it makes me feel things that I don't understand. Does that make sense? This whole part of the game is also very weird too, but I like it. A pretty imposing song that starts out pretty simple, but as the battle goes on, it gets like really good and epic. Like, this is a good fight escalated by like a really good backing track. This is a very memorable scene of the game. I love the panic that it conveys perfectly, and the energy that it also brings to this just helps complete such like a great scene from the beginning of the game. Such a simple yet odd melody. This song, easily underrated. I always forget it's in the game, and then when it comes on, I just can't help but dance along with it. Like, this is an underrated gem right here. Very good. Epic, iconic, and then relaxing. I can't say much else to this. It's the Mario Galaxy theme. Like, there's nothing I can say that has not been said already. I love how it's the same song with different instruments depending on where you are, with the ice area being more relaxing and breezy, while the fire is more harsh with those amazing drums. It's just a great gimmick. I love it so much. It's a tad repetitive, but I really like the feeling of this song. Like, it's got a good atmosphere to it, and it's very calming to me. Like, whenever this comes on, I just feel soothed by it, you know? Pretty good track. I love ghost themes. Combined with the space vibe of Galaxy, and we got a very spooky and cool track. I love those strings in this one. Maybe a bias, but I love it. Did you know the first piano notes spell out D-E-A-D in music form? Genius. Apparently I was sleeping on this song too, because that guitar at the beginning is good, but as the song keeps going, the song just gets like really good. Like, I guess I've never listened to this song in full, because I've only heard the first part, and that was a big mistake on my part. Such a memorable Bowser theme. It's like filled with dread, and I love how it makes Bowser feel so dangerous. Like, previous Mario games haven't really been keeping up with keeping Bowser very scary, but this one, he's finally serious again, and the music definitely shows it. This is just a good classic Mario 64 song in the Mario Galaxies sound font. It's so good. Oh, this song stresses me out, but like in the good way. It's an intense race song and it pumps me up. And the piano is going hard too. Like, shout out to the piano who's doing a lot of the best work in this soundtrack. The beginning notes of this song is just so good and intense. It's pretty underrated, but after a certain appearance in a certain movie, it might get a resurgence. It's pretty laid back, but I like this one, mostly because it started my Easter egg hunt with the Mario movie. This is the song that plays at 100% completion. It's very pretty and it always touches my heart. And I always thought it represents the family that Rosalina found and the happiness that she finally attained with the Lumas. And it's so heartwarming. This is just a simple, nice, relaxing tune that gets stuck in your head. This is the laid-back version, so this is the one that I usually listen to when I want to relax. And it's pretty memorable for a reason. It's practically Rosalina's theme. Here's the middle child of the observatory themes, and it's a more filled out version than one, and you can start seeing the waltz come out, which is a really important part of this song. And it's still relaxing, but now it's like in a grander motion. And here we have the final version of the observatory, and it just sounds so grand and majestic. The scale really helps you feel accomplished in fixing this place up. Obviously, this is my favorite version. They took the relaxing space fantasy and somehow built an epic military melody over it. It just sounds so epic. I always get pumped when this plays. I don't know how they did it and made it a great song even better. This is one of my favorite relaxing songs in this entire game. The ambience is just so beautiful, and even more beautiful is the dang piano. I love this song to pieces. It's just, every time I hear it, I'm just so calmed down. Just waves of good feelings always come at me when this plays. I mean, it's very good. Brilliant opening level with the classic Mario Galaxy theme. Much more grand than the overture. And just, back then, Mario games with an orchestrated level was an impossibility. And this one just is really good. Good first impression. The airship theme is incredible. Like, Mario Galaxy was the one that finally showed, like, the true potential of the original version, and it's still, this rendition is still probably my favorite version of the airship theme ever. It's just so good.
Welcome, new Galaxy!
Honestly, it's just a piano rendition of a great theme that gets me emotional. Just being the end theme before the credits honestly puts it up here. Yeah, very strong bias here, but... I mean, it's the best rendition of the Mario Galaxy theme, which is kind of cheating because it's the credits, but it's just a super confident version of it. And it's always a credit sequence I never skip because of how pretty it sounds. This song always gave me chills as a kid, and really, it still does. It just feels like, this is it. We made it. No going back now. It's just the impact of that first part and then how it continues on is so good. I love the sense of finality here. Such an epic song. I love the start, and the orchestra that accompanies the battle is great. And the trumpet is going so hard, like, go! It's hard to believe there's an even better Bowser theme still. This is one of my favorite lava themes of all time. It's just incredibly cool sounding and intense. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just very good. I just had to put it up high. I don't know if it deserves to be around the Bowser final songs, but it's good. I mean, everything I just said in number 6, right? The choir is back, the trumpet is back, but now it's even more grand. Like, this feels far too epic for my silly plumber game for my Nintendo Wii. It's amazing how we got a song like this. This song, it makes me cry every time. It's not my favorite lullaby song in the game, but you can just feel the sadness in here. It's really good. Like, every time I hear it, especially when I'm reading the story, it just legitimately brings tears to my eyes. We can all agree that this is Mario Galaxy's magnum opus, right? I love their song. This is practically the main song for Galaxy for a good reason. When the main melody kicks in, it's just utter bliss. Like, how do you compare the rest of the soundtrack with this? It might even be controversial that this isn't even in first place, it's in fourth. It's... I can't describe how good this song is. Just go listen to it. If I had to pick between Purple Coins and Gusty Galaxy, I'd honestly pick Purple Coins. It's Gusty Galaxy, it's just very much more intense, and I like that a lot. I mean, they're both great. I put them right beside each other. It may be edged out just a bit because I'm kind of a PVG fan, and this song has been ruined for me. But that's besides the point. This song is good no matter what context you listen to it in. This is another top tier song, which is also justifiably very popular. The horns, the strings, the drums, it's just so dang grand and epic. It's hard to describe how great this song is. I personally love it more than Gusty, which is bizarre, I know, but I just really like this song. This song is just simply beautiful. It makes me want to cry every time I hear it. I can't really say much else. It's easily my favorite Galaxy theme, and yep, I can't really defend it. I can't even tell you how it's better than Sad Story, but I just love this song, especially when it's reprised in the ending. It's my favorite Galaxy song in the entire soundtrack. Anyways, that was my tier list, or ranking of the Mario Galaxy soundtrack. Tell me if you agree or disagree. You'll probably disagree with things. I know I didn't explain every choice very thoroughly, but I was not expecting to have to do 75 of these things. But, yeah, those are just some of my favorite songs in Galaxy. Tell me which ones are your personal favorites if you want, and I guess you can like and subscribe if you really want to. No biggie. I don't know when my next video will be, because I'm kind of sporadic here, but I'll probably post the odd music project or something similar to this when I want. But I'm more active over on the Syndicate channel, where, you know, we play Minecraft and other random games, so if you want to hear more of my voice for some reason, I'm there. Otherwise, this has been me. Thank you for watching, and if you want, go listen to Mario Galaxy soundtrack, you know. It's pretty good. A little birdie has told me so. Au revoir.